I'm Ralph Jahnige. I was ordained in Lexington, Kentucky when we lived there. And about 10 years ago, when we moved to Fayetteville, I was assigned to Pope John up in Liverpool. Not quite sure why it was 20 miles away, but it was. And then when Christ the King and Pope John were linked, why Pope Christ the King was added to that assignment. So, and now I'm here. First of all, it was not a part of any plan. I never in a million years uh, thought of ordained ministry as being something that I would do. Now, having said that, um, Joan and I were always involved in the church. Perhaps the earliest was when we lived in Tokyo shortly after Vatican II. Um, I became a commentator when the liturgy changed. We were attending a Franciscan chapel as our parish, and they had most of the foreign community there, English-speaking foreign community, and so I became a commentator. I had something like a 12-page script telling people when to stand, when to sit, when to pray, when to sit, and Joan found herself running the Sunday school program when the nun who had been doing it was assigned elsewhere. So that was sort of our start. Um, but this whole notion of ordination, I just didn't think about when I retired. Oh, about almost 30 years ago now. I was early, and I had two objectives. One was to one was to start a business, and I would talk to anybody who wanted to listen about that. The other was to, quote, get to know God better, just that inelegantly phrased. And I didn't talk to anybody about that, not even John. Um, but that was the beginning of quite a saga. I ended up spending a week at a Trappist monastery at a silent retreat. Um, I was a volunteer chaplain at a VA hospital and a nursing home, couple of nursing homes and a retirement community um, for something like 15 years, and got a master's degree in pastoral studies. But it wasn't until the new Bishop of Lexington, Ronald Gaynor, suggested that he had reformed the deconformation program, and he used the word strongly suggested. I was surprised that I considered deconformation, and I thought about it for a while and did apply, and the rest is history. For me anyway, and I suspect this is true for most people. It's not a linear path. Um, I think everybody gets there in their own way, but I do have a couple of thoughts. First of all, listen to God, not just about churchy stuff, but marriage, retirement, um, all kinds of things. How to make a marriage work, even. Um, Listen also to what others have to say. They may surprise you. Um, for me, anyway, diaconal ministry, I think any ministry, but diaconal ministry in particular, is about both prayer and about people. Uh, Sounds maybe a little corny, but I think we travel this road to salvation together. I don't think anybody gets there on their own. And that can happen at a bedside, can happen in the classroom. Um, even one day I found out it can happen while sitting on the floor in a padded room in a psych ward of a hospital. Um, it's sometimes a bumpy road, but it's an immensely gratifying road anyway. So think about it.